guys, it's Colleen, and I'm giving you an update today for the first week of May and signing and how things are being signed during the pandemic. If you'd like to get these updates all the time, please just subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be on the list. So right now, there are a number of ways that people are signing documents during the pandemic. Obviously, people can still come in. We are doing the face masks, sanitizing, and social distancing. As long as that's going on, most likely agents and lenders can't come in because it's physically impossible to keep people at 6 feet apart at the closing tables. We are separating buyers and sellers. Some people are also liking the car staying in their car, kind of the drive-through closing. We're doing that as well. The other options are remote online notary and doing something like a Zoom call or another platform similar to Zoom. Now, the governor and the legislature they've enacted a bill in light of the pandemic that as long as Kentucky is in a state of emergency, we can do a Zoom call to get documents signed. This is only effective as long as Kentucky's in a state of emergency. As soon as that is lifted, then we can no longer do this. It will not be an acceptable way, and the notary will not be it won't be an adequate way to acknowledge those signatures. So in order to do the Zoom call, though, it has to be recorded. We have to check people's IDs certain different ways, and there's a couple other forms that they have to sign, but it's an easy way to do it, and we have had lots of closings this way. We need to have a little heads up because we need to be able to figure out how to get the clients the documents, because that's really the only interaction we have to have with them, physically at least. So in order to do that, the signer and the notary both have to physically be present in the state of Kentucky. If you are in Indiana and you need to sign documents for Kentucky, you cannot do that on a Zoom call because you aren't physically present in the state of Kentucky. Drive over the bridge, sit in your car, do it there, that's fine, but you have to physically be in Kentucky. The other option is remote online notary. Now that is a bill that was passed or that went into effect January 1. And that was not in contemplation of COVID. It has nothing to do with COVID, but here we are and people are using it. Basically, that is not an ink signature like a Zoom call would be. This is actually an electronic signature through the computer. So you do not pick up a pen and sign. It is all electronic. The requirements for that is that you just have the platform and the person be a remote online notary. The issue with that, though, is that a lot of lenders aren't approving those signatures. Wills, power of attorneys, those things are actually carved out of that statute as well. So those are not acceptable. You cannot do a will by an electronic signature at this point. And I don't know that will change. So in order to do the Zoom call, the remote online notary, you just have to have the platform and do it, and the lender has to approve it. So while we may have the capability of doing it, we may be prohibited from doing it if the lender won't approve that type of signing, and a lot of them are not equipped and set up to do that at this point. So just keep that in mind. The tried and true mail away is always an option. We can, but the person would still need to get them notarized wherever they are. And we also have the power of attorney option, where that would also require, in Kentucky, 2 signatures, 2 witnesses, the person who's signing as the principal, the person who actually is buying the property or selling the property, and then a notary. So the person who's going to act as power of attorney doesn't have to sign the power of attorney, but there will have to be 3 people in order to do that. Sometimes that kind of negates the purpose of doing it. But anyway, there are a lot of different ways to get these documents signed. So just give us a call and we can figure out a way that's suitable for you or your client, and we'll get it done. We hope you guys are doing well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we hope to see you really soon. Thanks.